Okay, good morning, students. Good morning, all of you. So we'll start with the today's class. So yesterday we was discussing. Am I audible? Am I audible to you? Am I audible to you? Okay, Suchitra. Okay. So we started with the functions. Okay. So we have this is an example of a function. So first, the keyword definition DEF is important, isn't it? So whenever you're trying to write the function, the keyword DEF is important, and after that, this is your function name, and after that, how many ever parameters you wish, you will pass all the parameters, and this colon is important. Okay, so this is a syntax of giving a function, and after that, you have to follow indentation, and whatever you wanted to write inside the function, you can keep on writing. Okay, then once when you finish off the function, then you can make a call to the function, like you have to give the name of the function and followed by the parameters. Okay, if we have the matching number of parameters, then so here I have only one parameter given. Okay, and here also one input. Okay, this is your actual and this is your formal argument. So here also I'm giving one argument or one parameter, here also I'm giving one argument. Okay, so there's a match, so this gets executed. Okay, so this is what we were discussing yesterday. So next we moved on to one other example we had. Here you have defined what addition, subtraction, different function, four different functions. So and after which you called each and every function, and those answers were written here in this program. You try to print inside the function itself. In the second program, you try to return the value to some other place, and there you printed your answer. Okay, so these things you would have practiced yesterday. And one more thing, call by value and call by reference. So in call by value is achieved through the immutable object functionality. Okay, all the immutable object functionalities. And call by reference is achieved using the mutable object functionalities. Okay, so mutable in the sense the one we can change. Whenever there's a change, those changes will be reflected in the future also. Okay, so that is your so call by reference is achieved using mutable object property. Okay, so this is what we discussed. So in call by value, so yesterday itself we have discussed all these things. So we are passing in a value, and we are trying to inside the function whatever you have, that one will be printed, and outside the function the answer was different. Okay, so it will not be updated. So but whereas here in the call by reference, so the value even when you have a value inside or outside, so when you make an what addition to it, it gets changed, and those changes are reflected even for your future. Okay, so your inside function, you try to append, actually your original content was this one, and you try to append one more value inside the function, and there also it was updated, and after which when you come outside, when you print and see, there also the answer, the values were updated. Okay, so this is what is called by reference. So all the mutable objects bring in the property of call by reference. Okay, and there are four types of arguments: required arguments, keyword arguments, default arguments, and variable length arguments. So in required arguments, you found out that there should be matching number of parameters. Okay, that is important. There should be matching number of parameters. So I'm just defining a function. So here, so this one will get executed. So in this program, I had an error in the first function call, because I don't have any matching number of parameters here. Okay, I haven't given a parameter here, but in the function definition, I have given that it should compulsorily take in one input. Okay, called something called string. Okay, so even if you don't specify anything, whatever you give here will be can be treated as a string. Okay, so since you haven't given any input over here, there is a mismatch, and hence you get an output over here. So to overcome the error here, if you give one input, then automatically that will be taken and that will be printed. Okay. So next one is keyword arguments. So keyword arguments, did you all work it out and see, all of you? Did you all execute and see? Yes, good morning, Murali. Yes, ma. So if you all give all your details, then surely I'll remove all the old participants. I'll add all the new participants, and I'll share all the notes. Everything will be shared there. Okay, in LMS, that you need not worry. So have you all given your details? If any of you have not given, okay, that based on the recent name list, I'll just share the link today also. So try to just do that. Those are absent yesterday. You can just fill it today. Okay, if at all if you haven't updated your data last week. See, yesterday I sent you a Google form, Norma. Yesterday people were absent. Okay, last week you would have updated your details, isn't it? I shared one Google link. You would have updated your details. If you haven't updated your detail, you can give it today. Okay, the last I've shared the link, you can just do that. Okay, so keyword argument. So in keyword argument, you can directly give str equal to. Okay, so perfectly it will take in whatever input you give. Okay, yes, and here only one function I have. So here I'm giving str equal to. You just see over here. So define. I'm just giving the function name comma pyt. Then I'm trying to print the name and Python subject percentage. Okay, so here print info pyt equal to 100 in any order I can give. Okay, so usually the first to the first and the second to the second will be taken, isn't it? But here I can give it in any order. So first I'm giving it as Python pyt. I'm just giving a value of 100 comma name equal to Amit. Okay, so I'm just so depending on this one. Okay, so it will correctly take name equal to Amit and Python, even though I have given in the other order. Okay, so I've given first is your name comma Python, but here I've given Python comma Python value and name value, but perfectly it will take because based on the keyword. Okay, pyt. So correctly this pyt will match this one, and for this name equal to I've given, so this will be passed over here. Okay, so in any order you can pass, only in the case of keyword arguments, whereas this one is not possible. The order change is not possible with your the previous one. Okay, the required arguments. Okay, so here this is not possible. Okay, so the same thing is possible with keyword arguments. Okay, you can change the order. So using the keyword you are giving, so correctly it will match and it will take it. Okay, so this is your keyword arguments. And next one is default arguments. Now see, in default argument I'm giving define the name of the function name, okay, comma pyt equal to 95. So in the so here itself I'm trying to give the value. Okay, and next I'm printing print name, and as usual Python subject percentage, I'm printing the answer of Python. The next one, while I'm calling this print info function, printing the information of pyt equal to 100 comma name equal to Teju. Okay, so pyt equal to 100. So already, so this function call will be, so it goes over here. Okay, and here I have pyt equal to 100, and here you have pyt equal to 95. Okay, so what happens is that, so this statement is, yeah, in the previous case you have given name comma pyt, generally you have given, but here I'm giving a value also to it. That means this is a dummy value. So whatever you have here in your function call, so this one will be treated, this one will be passed over here, and that one, the new value only will be printed. Suppose if you have not given any value for this pyt or any yeah, I haven't given any value for name. So if only for pyt you have dummy value. Okay, so default value, the dummy value only, here you term it as default argument. Okay, so here I given pyt equal to 100. So if so this value will be correctly passed over here, and this 95 will be overridden by 100. Okay, it will take this value whatever you have given in the function call statement. Okay, and next one, name equal to Teju. So as usual this will be passed to name and it gets printed. So while I'm printing over here, so print info, isn't it? So it comes over here, and here I'm asking it to print name and print pyt. Okay, print name and print pyt. So here it is printing what is the name I have given here. So name I've given here Teju, and the percentage pyt recent value what I've given is 100. So that 100 will be taken and it will be printed. Okay, and whereas here you just take this one, you get an error statement because see print info pyt comma name equal to m section. So what happens here, name is so I'll just clear and I'll tell you. Okay, so now you just see here. Okay, so now you are given pyt comma name equal to m section. Okay, so assume that this you will have an error statement. So this name will be passed to name. But what about this pyt? Why are you having an problem here? Why are you having a problem here? And you don't have a problem here. Anyone can tell me? Okay, so you give me an answer later. So I'll finish these two. Okay, so print info here I'm giving name equal to Teju and pyt equal to 80. So here what will happen? Okay, so it will go over here. Okay, it goes over here, and here you have given name equal to Teju. Okay, so this name will be passed to this one, and pyt equal to 80. So if you have given a new value over here, then it overrides the default value, and this 80 will be taken and it gets printed. You just see here. So name equal to, I have given what, Teju. So that Teju will be printed, and pyt equal to 80. So that 80 is being printed. Okay, the recent value. And now you see this function now, print info name equal to Teju. I haven't mentioned anything about pyt. Okay, I haven't mentioned anything about pyt. So what happens is that it will go over here. This is a function call. This is your function call. So this is your function definition. When it comes to the definition, name equal to Teju. So that Teju will be taken over here. Okay, and for pyt I haven't mentioned any value. Okay, I haven't mentioned anything over here. So in that case what happens is, by default in the definition statement, if at all you have any value, that value would be printed. Okay, so even though I am not giving a value for pyt, okay, so what happens is that by default in the definition, if you have any default value, that value will be taken and it will be printed. So you see the printf statement regarding this. So here you have print statement, isn't it? So what is the input I've given? I've given it as Teju. So that Teju will be printed. And here by default, here I haven't mentioned, so explicitly I haven't mentioned the value for answer for pyt. So by default, if at all you have anything, any value for pyt, so that value will be taken and it is being printed over here. Okay, so you are getting 95. So now I'll just execute and show. By the time you can tell me what why you got an error. Okay, you just see why are you getting an error here. So if I remove the statement, it will work. So what is the difference? Anyone has found out? Okay, so pyt no value is given. So in that case, okay, pyt equal to 95. Okay, for the last one, that 95 will be taken. Okay, yes, you can tell like that. Yes, of course, this is the key. The first one is a key, the second one is a value, Suchitra. Okay. So whenever I'm giving pyt equal to 95, the first one will be called as key and the second one will be called as a value only. Okay. So those are having doubt. One more possibility I'll show you. Okay. So now you will be clear, right? Now is it clear? Yes. Yes, Kirtana. Yes, pyt is not assigned. Yes, for pyt either compulsorily you can give a value or you can leave it as such. Okay, we are defining for name but not for pyt. Yes, pyt value is not specified. Okay. Okay. So now I think you will be clear with this one, isn't it? So whenever you're using default arguments, these are the varieties. Okay. So this statement you just see pyt, you're giving it as equal to 100. Okay. The new value will be overridden with the older value. Okay. And whenever you are mentioning, when you are having a default argument, okay, you are having a default value over here, but you are mentioning only pyt, you are not assigning a value to it. Okay, so usually you should give some value to the particular places, right? So if you are not giving a value to it but you are mentioning the the variable name and you are leaving means, then you will get an error. But see the difference between the last print info statement and the previous print info statement. See this last print info and this one. So the same thing here I've given. Either you have to give a value like this, okay, equal to. Otherwise, if I'm not giving a value but order, everything is same. Okay, so here order also it's not a problem. Okay, because in whenever you have a keyword based arguments, you can use a particular keyword and you can provide a value and you have to make it. Okay, so here I'm just mentioning only the keyword but I am not giving any value to it. Okay, so but here the name itself is not specified means it will work correctly. It will automatically go here. Whatever the first one will be matched to the first. The second one, if at all you don't have any value, automatically the value here 95 will be passed and it will be taken. Okay, so that is possible. This statement is correct. So, but you should not leave it like this pyt equal to just simply pyt without giving any value to it. You should not leave that. Okay, so in that case you will get an error. So you just see here also, so somewhere confused with the order. Okay, so you just see whenever you have a keyword based, it's that's not a problem. Okay, so I'm just giving it over here. Name is not a problem. Name it can be matched, name equal to m section. But for pyt I'm just mentioning only the keyword. I'm just is not providing any value. So in that case, it shows error. Okay, so this statement and this statement you just see. Okay, so some had doubt. I think now you'll be clear. Okay, don't worry about the orders and all those. Okay, so anyhow, for a particular keyword, you can mention the value and you can uh, uh, use it. Okay, if at all you are not supplying any value, just simply leave it as such, as how you are given here. You just see here, print info name equal to Teju. You just leave it as such. Then also automatically whatever you have in the what default value in your function definition, that one will be considered. Okay, even if you leave it empty. Okay, only the first one, if you're passing value also, no problem, automatically this second one will be considered. But you should not write only the keyword without any value. Okay, so in that case it shows an error. Okay, yeah, you can give. Yes, Veda, that you can give, that's not a problem. Okay, correctly if you give the value, that one will be taken. Okay, so simply if you just directly pass, that will become a normal type. Okay, directly if you are giving a value print info name comma value, no, automatically that is your normal type. Okay, so the first one will be matched with the first, the second one will be with the second added text. Okay, so that is fine. So that one will be a normal function. Then okay, so this is your default argument. So hope this is clear to you, isn't it? Default argument. So all the different varieties we have checked it, isn't it? So in different order also I have given only one thing. So when I skip it, automatically by default what value you have, that will be taken. But in which case you get error. Okay, the possibilities also I have told you. Yes, is it clear to you now? Default arguments. So hope this one will be clear, isn't it? Yes or no? Did you all follow this? So here, whenever if you are correctly passing the values to it, then those new values will be captured in the function definition. If at all you haven't given any value in the function call, then in the function definition by default, what value you have, that value will be taken and that will be printed. Okay, so this is your default argument. Okay, so now you see just these three statements are being executed. Okay, you can give it in any order, so order doesn't matter here. Okay, next one is variable length arguments. Okay, so in variable length argument, so define, I'm just giving an particular name and I'm giving arg1. So I think this one you would have learned as the command line arguments, isn't it? As command line arguments in your C language. So this one, the variable length arguments, you would have even learned in this one itself. You just see. So you would have learned it in your C language itself, isn't it? So you can take a variable multiple number of inputs. Okay, you can take multiple number of inputs using this star argv. Yes or no? You can take multiple number of inputs. One will be a counter. Okay, so and the next one will be the value. It will be continuously capturing the value, isn't it? Argv of 1 2, in which place. Okay, so first place na, that value will be taken, the first input will be taken. So 2 means the second input, third input, like that it will go on. Have you all learnt in your C itself? Yes or no? Do you remember? Do you remember? You have learnt this in your C language itself. Okay, variable length arguments. So usually, you for depending upon whatever arguments you give, for those you exactly capture a value. Suppose if I want more number of values, okay, more number of function arguments continuously I want it, okay, on the runtime, if you wanted to give it, then usually you will go for this one, okay, command line arguments. So here on the runtime, you will be giving, for example, if I'm giving 3 inputs, so this will automatically adjust to 3. Suppose if I'm giving 5 inputs, automatically depending on the input I have given, automatically it will take. So depending on the number of inputs at runtime, I can give any number of inputs. So based on that, it will automatically be captured here, isn't it? So one is your counter and one will be your value. Okay, what value you give, that one will be captured in this star argv. Okay, so that's what it's given as argument v1, 2 and 3, like that it goes on. In the first place, the first value will be placed, and second place the next value, like that it goes on. Okay, so you'll be familiar with this one. So now you just see the variable argument. The same thing will be used in your Python also. So you see here, here I'm giving argument, even you can leave this and you can take. Okay, I'll show you that example also. So argument 1 comma star value tuple, this is important. Okay, so this is the word star. Okay, this is used to read multiple inputs. Okay, during runtime you can take variable length. Okay, if any length, how many ever numbers you want, n number of inputs can be passed to the arguments. Okay, so you just see, so I'm just printing a value. So for variable, for every individual, for I in this particular variable tuple, okay, VAR TUPLE, okay, variable tuple, for each and every, for variable, for VAR means what, for I, okay, it is similar to for I in N. Okay, so for variable in variable type, so in variable tuple, so in variable tuple all your values will be stored. Okay, so first 10 will be stored for this one time I'm just giving 10, that also will adjust. For example, I'm giving 70, 60, 50, that also will be adjusted over here. Okay, but usually what happens, one parameter na, usually in function what happens, one parameter na, only one you should have given, isn't it? So 3 means actually you should have given a comma b comma c, isn't it? You should have given 3 things, but you haven't given that. But one time you are giving 10, one time you are giving 3, one time you can give 5 or 10, whatever it is, how many ever you are giving, automatically it will adjust. Okay, automatically it will adjust and capture. So this is what is your variable length arguments. So you just see here, so in this one, see here, in this example, see, you are giving 2. Okay, you are giving 2, and here also you're giving n1 comma n2, isn't it? So two parameters, so the first goes to the first, the second goes to the second. So two parameters, so here also there is some matching, isn't it? So here two parameters, so here also two parameters you have. Okay, this statement will work. Okay, because you're calling add function, it will search for where the add function is present. Okay, one add function is present, no problem. And what about it parameter n1 comma n2, but and here you are giving x comma y. So this is your actual argument, this is your formal argument. Okay, so two elements over here, two arguments here also, so that will work. Okay, suppose if I am giving n1 comma n2 comma n3, will it work now? Tell me, give me the answer. I'm giving add of n1 comma n2 comma n3, and here I'm giving add of x comma y. So here in the definition I'm having add of x comma y. Will it work? Will it work? No. Why? What is the reason? What is the reason why it will not work? We have to give. Okay. Yes, we have to give in the same order. And what about the number of parameters? How many parameters you are giving? So here you are giving 3, and here you have only 2. So this, the number of arguments is a mismatch, isn't it? Mismatch with the number of arguments. Yes. Okay, so compulsorily it is mandatory that only two parameters you should have given. So the first to first, the second to the second, it will be matched. Okay, so only two now, here also it should be two. Only there is, when there is a match in the number of arguments, this gets executed. The function will get executed. Okay, suppose I wanted to have n1 comma n2 comma n3. Okay, so in that case, how I can give is that I should use compulsorily variable length arguments. Okay. Yes, local variables. Yes, it will be over here. Okay. See, if you are defining some variable inside function, all those are local only. So that is applicable to, I can, usually you will write, sorry. So I can just do it. C equal to A plus B, and all this C root, okay, we can print C. This scope will be available inside one, inside this function only, this functionality. Okay, that is your local variable. Okay, that is local only, A and this one, X and Y. Okay. Okay, so it will be employed for this one. So whatever you have here, that one will be passed to X, and the second one will be passed to the second one. Okay. And whatever what variables you are using only within the function, that you call to be local variable. Okay, so here I'm having a function, so here I'm giving C. Okay, C equal to some any computation you can make, so I'm printing the answer here itself. Okay, so here the scope of this C is local. Okay, it is local only for this particular function. It is local now. Okay. Yes. So how many ever number of arguments you are passing over here, the same thing should be available in your function definition also. Okay. The number of arguments are not matching, then actually you'll have a mismatch. This will not execute. But I wanted this to make it work. But I wanted this situation also. Okay. So in that case, what you have to do is you have to go for variable length arguments. Okay. Actually, if the normal function, this is not possible. Okay, so if but in some cases even I want this, so what I have to do, I have given only here, so in that case you will change it, isn't it? You will put a star and you will take it. Okay, so I have so at runtime I may give any number of inputs. I want all the inputs to be available for my function. Okay, that is the point, that is the question. I can give any number of inputs during runtime. So during that, I want all those values to be captured by my function. So in that case, how you have to do is that you have to compulsorily go for variable length arguments. Okay. If you don't have variable length arguments, you will have a mismatch and you can't execute that, isn't it? So to avoid that, now you will have variable length arguments. Okay. So in variable length argument, okay. So now you see, one time I'm giving 10. Okay. So it will, this function will capture 10. Okay. First time. Now I'm suddenly, next time I'm giving 3 inputs. Okay. I'm giving 3 inputs. So that also it is capable of handling. Suppose if I give 5 inputs, that also it can handle. So here n number of different things I can give. Okay. I need not bother about the matching number of arguments and all those. Okay. See the number of parameters I should not keep on tracking. I can give any numbers. So the property is that it should be able to handle that. Okay, so we can go for using this one. Okay, star. Okay, so it will become continuously capturing. Okay, so now even without this argument one also you can give, that I'll show you now. Okay, see, like this also directly you can use. Okay, so to make you understand that it is exactly similar to your C language, it will work. I have included that. Okay, so without that also you can directly use. You just see here, so I'm giving a value. Okay, star arcs. Okay, and directly I'm trying to take all the values. So you just work it out and see, all of you. All of you work it out and see. Yes, all of you, you can just work it out and check it out. So it can take variable length. How many ever number of inputs you give, it will take. Yeah, without that also you can work. Just to state it is similar to your C, I've used that. Okay. So 2 parameters. In which function? Any number of function you can give. Any number of, Murali, what 2 parameters in function definition. Yes, you can give two parameters. See, if it is not variable length, are you asking for variable length or normal? Are you asking, Murali, for which one are you asking? Okay, variable length. Okay, so that one simply, even if you give like this, it will work. To explain that only, I've used this example. You just see this example now. Define multiply of, just I have given star. So automatically, how many ever number I give, it will automatically take that. Okay, one is enough to take all these. How many ever number of inputs you take, everything will be considered. Okay, in C language, you usually will give argument one. First one will be counter. The counter will be usually in your C language, no, you'll use counter comma star arguments. Okay, so that case it will count. First time you have two. Okay, 1, 2. So that argument counter will be equal to 2. And this ARGS, star ARGS will have the value. So ARGS of 0 will be equal to 3. ARGS of 1 will be equal to 7. Okay, and if you are using the counter ARGC, suppose if we are using here multiply comma 3 comma 4 comma 7, the star args of 0. Okay, the star ARGS of 0 will have 3, ARGS of 1 will have location, the indexing, you know, isn't it? So first location it will have 4, and second location 7, like that it goes on. And whereas whenever you are using argument counter ARGC, without that also it will work. Okay, and in your C language you would have used that, isn't it, ARGC? So that in C language, all what it will do is that it will count how many numbers you have here. Two, here and here you will have to total count, total how many number of inputs you have given, that will be counted by ARGC counter. Okay, see, this one will count. Okay, how many ever number of inputs you have, ARGC. So here this one will take up all your inputs one by one. Okay, so first time it may be, so suppose if I'm giving 10, 20, 30. Okay. So now this counter ARGC answer, ARGC will be equal to 3. Okay, ARGC equal to 3, and ARGC of 0 or 1, whatever. Okay, what index it starts with, maybe if it is starting with 0. There are two varieties of executing C programming also. I hope you will remember. One is that the top you will have, no, and the run button la poite, you will have one option itself called command line arguments, isn't it? In the run button at the top you'll have a file edit in C language. There also you can give the input. Otherwise in the black screen, separately also you will give input. So there it will vary argument of whether it is 0 or 1 now, because file name, those things will be considered. Okay, so just understand that it is indexing. Okay, maybe it will be 0 or 1. So depending on the two varieties of execution. Okay, so the first value is what, 10. So it will store 10. And the next one, ARGV of 1, it will have a value of what, 20. Okay, first value, second value, the next one, third value. So ARGV of 2 will be equal to 30. Like this it will be made. So first one will count totally how many number of elements or inputs you have given. Okay, and the next one will have exact values. Okay, this one will have the exact values. Okay, so that's what. Okay, so if you have completed variable length arguments, then we can go to the next one. So yesterday, okay, done. Okay, good, Amrit. Okay. Okay, so next program. So after okay, variable length arguments, I've given you explanation also. Okay, you can just refer this one. I've given the output also here. Next one is recursive functions. Okay, recursive function. So recursive function means what? The function that calls itself repeatedly. Okay. Okay, good, Veda got the output. Saravanan also done. Good, very good. Okay, so recursive function is that a function that calls itself repeatedly. Okay, recursive function means a function that will call itself repeatedly. So in the previous cases, you defined a function, define some print info. Okay, then you try to print what here you are given two parameters, name and pyt. Okay, name comma pyt. Then you try to print name pyt. That's all, isn't it? Then later point of time you called this print info. You gave a value like Teju. Okay, some value you are given, and that value is being passed over here, and it will be taken. And suppose if you don't want to give a value like this, here before that you can use a statement, n1 equal to input of, okay, enter the value. Okay, enter the value. You can, whenever directly when you use input, the string input can be taken. Then n2 equal to int of input of. Suppose if you want, if you do not want to give the value stage 100 directly, I will use n2 equal to int of input of. Then instead of using this line, you would have used which one? Print of n1 comma n2. Okay, print info. Print is a predefined function, isn't it? So here print info. Okay, n1 comma n2. So the first n1 will be passed to name, second n2 will be passed on to this one. Okay, so this is how you did. So you directly called the function, it worked, and inside the function you directly perform only the computation based on the arguments. Okay, but you see here, what is the name of the function? The name of the function is fact, F-A-C-T, and I'll clear. Okay, so here the name of the function is fact, F-A-C-T, and this is your function starting and this is your function ending. Okay, this is your function start and this is your function end. Here you don't give open bracket, closing bracket. Instead of that, you follow correct indentation. Okay, indentation is important to differentiate. So here you have started and here you are ending. So here you just see, if n is double equal to 0, return some value you're trying to return. Else return return n into, okay, fact of n minus 1. You just see this one, fact of n minus 1. So this is again a function call, fact of something, open and close. This is actually a function call, isn't it? So whenever you are writing this, whenever you are writing any name of the function name, okay, function name followed by open close means it is any name. Okay, f1 of open close means it is a function call. Okay, so you all know that. So whenever I'm giving fact of, so again this is a function call. So you go into the program and search for where this is present. Actually this is the original function called fact, isn't it? So the function is calling itself repeatedly. So inside this fact only, again you are making a call to the same function called fact. Okay, so a function that is calling itself repeatedly again and again, if it is calling itself, then such a function you call to be recursive function. Okay, recursive function. A function that calls itself repeatedly is called as a recursive function. So here you have the function name called fact. You are coming inside this function fact itself. You are making call to the same function. Okay, fact of n minus 1. So n, okay, so n minus 1, that value will be iterated. One value will be available. Okay, minus 1 value will be available. That will be passed to n. Again, this gets executed. Okay, so this is what you call to be recursion. Okay, so now using recursion, you're trying to find the factorial of a number. Okay, so try to execute it. All of you execute and tell me the answer now. Do it, all of you. So how will you execute this one? Just listen to me and you can do that. Okay, so you are having a print statement, print. Just listen to me 2 or 3 minutes. I'll finish, and after that you can just execute and find out and tell me whether it works or not. Okay, so now the factorial of a given number is fact of 5. Okay, this is a function called fact of 5. So this 5 will be, so it searches for where fact is present. So it will come over here and it gets substituted here. Okay, so in this place 5 will occur. Okay, n is equal to now 5. This 5 will be copied to n. So now you check if 5 double equal to 0, first condition. Is 5 double equal to 0? 5 is equal to 0 or not, it will check, isn't it? So it is not true. So it will come to the else statement. In the else statement, you have return of n into fact of n minus 1. So here what happens? What is the n value now? N is equal to 5, correct? Here first statement, n equal to 5. You checked the condition is false. So you came to the else statement. So what is answer of n? 5. Okay, so 5 into fact of, okay, n minus 1. What is n here? 5, no? N is 5. So 5 minus 1, isn't it? So here it will become 5 minus 1. So what it is? Fact of 4. Okay, fact of, so here you will get it as fact of 4. So it is again the same function call, isn't it? So it will come back to the same function fact of, now n is equal to what? Instead of 5, now it has become 4. Okay, so now currently n equal to 4. Okay, so now is 4 double equal to 0? No. So again it comes to the else statement. Now you substitute this formula, n, return n into fact of n minus 1. What is current value for, of n? It is 4. So already you have 5 into, okay, that you just keep it as such, that you are not going to touch. Okay, so instead of this portion only, now we are going for the second iteration. Okay, so in this place, so now you substitute for this place, so it becomes 4 into, okay, 4 into fact of, how it will become 4, okay, n value is what? 4. 4 minus 1, it becomes 3. So n into fact of 3. Okay, so whenever you are having fact of 3, now again this one will be called. Is 3 double equal to 0? No. So it will come to the else statement. So return here. So in this place again, this will be what elaborated with what? Fact of 3 na? Again it comes to the same statement. So 3 into fact of, how it will become? 3 minus 1, it becomes 2. Okay, again you have to expand this. So how it will become? 2 into fact of 2 minus 1. Okay, into 1. So again this one, how will you expand? So again when it comes fact of 1. Okay, so if then again 1 na, what happens? You just tell me this one, fact of 1. Yes, so totally it will become 1, isn't it? So you will get, now you have to substitute all these things. What all is left out? Here 3, here 4, here 5. All these things will be substituted, that's all. Okay, if you wish you can give, if n is equal to 1 also, if n equal to 1 or n equal to 0, you just return 1. That will be simple. Okay, you can write that also. If n is equal to 0, fact of 1 is going to be 1 only, isn't it? So you can give it as, if n is double equal to 0 or n double equal to 1, you can return 1 directly. That way also you can use. Okay, so when you multiply 5 into 4 into 3 into 2 into 1, you will get the answer, right? So hope you would have understood this. Yeah, yes, ma. Otherwise, if you do not want to, yeah, you can do like that. If you do not want to do that, here itself you can give the option. If n is equal to 0, or statement you can use, isn't it? Or symbol. Or n equal to 1, you can just give that also. Yes, calling, yes, calling value again and again. Okay, good. Beam, Bera Ram. Okay, Nirmalya. Yeah, yes, one, yes, good, amen. Fact of 0. So for 0, you have given 1. Yeah, it will become 1. 1 into 1, it's going to be 1. Good, amen. Yes, ma. It's okay. Then, yeah. Fact of 0, na. So 0 equal to 0. Whenever you get a 0, it will return 1. Correct. Yes, amen. Correct. Yeah, yes, Beraram. After yes, after completion, the final answer. Okay, the it will be printed here. The answer I've given written statement now. So I've given written statement. So the final answer will be returned to which place where I stopped my execution, isn't it? So here only I stopped my execution. Fact of 5. From here I went on to this place. So here I stopped my execution. So the answer return or return. So this answer will be placed over here and that value is being printed. So the factorial of a given number is the last answer will be printed. Okay. Okay. Okay, Shweta, good. Yes. So did you all understand this one clearly? Yes. Did you all understand it clearly? How are you substituting fact of 4? 4 into 2. Again, you substitute depending on the condition. Either it will take this one or this one. Hope everyone has understood this. Okay. So now this one. Nth Fibonacci series. So I'll just copy and paste it. You can just do it. Uh, Finding out Fibonacci series also already I've told you previously how to do that. So how do you find the nth Fibonacci series? Okay, you can copy it and you can just do it and check it out. Okay, good. Sai Kiran, you're not getting the output. See, this print statement comes outside my Sai Kiran. Don't print it inside the function. This will this will stay out. This last print statement, what you have used in this one, it should be at the end. Okay, you shouldn't have written inside this function. After completing, the final answer alone should come over here. Okay, so Sai Kiran, check for this print statement. You would have written, you just you shouldn't have written written this print statement here. It should come outside of this this function definition. Check that, Sai Kiran. Check the program. So okay, others you got the output. Oh, Sai Kiran got it. Good. Okay, next one, Fibonacci series. Okay, so Fibonacci series, you know, isn't it? How you'll get? You'll get 0, 1, then 0 plus 1, 1, 1 plus 1, 2. Already you explained this in the last week. So 2 plus 1, 3, it goes on. So you're finding nth Fibonacci series. What is the 10th Fibonacci series? Okay, the 10th. Okay, so you just check the program. I'll share it in your finding the n Fibonacci number. Okay. Okay, you can check that. And shall we start with modules? And one more yesterday, somebody, what is the time? 1 second. Okay, so it is already 9:05. Okay, so even I have lab. Okay, so after this session, so we'll complete and tomorrow we'll start with modules. Okay, so it has become 9. Oh, Shweta Kumari completed. Okay, good, very good. Okay, so modules, I'll tell you okay, tomorrow we'll start with modules. And one more thing, yesterday, Kumar, is he present? He asked for one doubt. So that has been done. Is he here? Yesterday we missed that Google form. Yeah, I'll send you that. See, those who haven't filled this last week as well as yesterday, sorry, those students alone, you can just do it, ma. Okay. Others, please don't do. Those who have done it last week, and those who have done it yesterday also, please don't register. And this, the name list, your name should be available in the recent name list which I've shared in the WhatsApp. Okay. So the students, those are having class in the other for the other session, you can leave. And Kumar, yesterday somebody asked me one doubt. So if you want, I can show that. I can show that. So we missed the return statement yesterday. That's what the problem we had. So somebody asked me doubt. Is Kumar available today? Kumar, yesterday he asked me for this doubt. Is he here? Yes, Kumar. Okay. So link. This link is about your registration, Mas. Last week I posted the new name list in your WhatsApp group. Okay, new name list of this value-added courses in the WhatsApp group. So many new students were already added there. So those students alone, you give your details in this Google form. And some of the students, even the new students, have filled their details last week and yesterday. Those who haven't done, you can fill it. And if you already registered, please don't do that. Okay. You have your name in the new list, in the recent list, then you can fill the form. Why are we using info in print info? Is it compulsory? No, 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 that is the name of the function, ma. Simply I can't use print. No, print is a predefined function, so simply I used some function name. You can give any name to the function in which we used print info. You can give any name to the function. That's this one. This one, any name you can give. You can even give your name. Okay. Okay, Murari. That is since I can't use print. No, directly print is a predefined function to print all the answers. So that's why I gave it as print info. That's not a problem at all. Any name you can give, Murari. Okay. That's the name of the function. So any name you can give. That's not a problem at all. Okay, Kumar, you just see, ma, yesterday we have missed out. This print statement was missing there. See this one. Sorry, return statement. We missed this return statement. That's why we are getting a problem. Your answer was not returned, isn't it? So you use a return statement inside this if statement. So in that case, you get it correctly, Kumar. 599. You just check this program. It will work. Okay, for either conditions, you will be able to get it. Okay, whether true or false, both the conditions, you're getting an output. Okay, Kumar, got it? Okay, good. Thank you. Okay. Okay, so you missed this return statement. That's what the problem is. Okay, other than that, it's fine. Okay, if you're not in WhatsApp group, not a problem, ma. Okay, WhatsApp group, not a problem. Anyhow, I'm going to create new. If all your details are there, then okay, I can finish it. Your details, few of your details are not there. That's the problem. So if at all you fill it and keep it, I can just do that. Okay. Okay. So if at all, if there are no other doubts, then we can close the session, ma. So even I have the exam duty. Okay. So is there any other doubt? So if not, we can stop with it. Is there any other doubt? In that case, you can put it in your chat box. Otherwise, I'll stop the session. we can join tomorrow, okay? Join tomorrow 9 to 10. Okay, tomorrow the class will be 9 to 10. Okay, morning 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. Tomorrow you'll have the class. Okay, so instead of Friday, we had it today. Okay, so tomorrow you have class. So Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. So today's completed. One more day tomorrow, right? No, no, till now I haven't given any assignment, nothing, ma, because name list is not updated yet, no? Okay, there are, so if everyone fill and give me, only then I can update all your details. After updating, then only I'll give you assignments or anything. Okay, any other works, I'll give you after finishing. Okay, so there are no other things. Okay, ma. Okay, if you have filled all these forms, then we can close. So I'll close the session. We will meet tomorrow. Okay, tomorrow 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. Please, all of you, try to be available. Okay, thank you, ma. Thank you all.